Everyone's got a hobby, right? Maybe it's drawing, writing, cooking for friends, giving advice. You do it because it makes you feel alive. Not for money, not for recognition, just because you enjoy it. But then one day someone says, hey, can I pay you for that? And something shifts. You think, wait, what if this could actually become something? That's how it usually begins. Maybe you love food, so you cook for family and friends. Then someone asks you to cater to their event. They will pay. You take it up, then more people notice and more requests come in. Now you're juggling orders on the weekend while working your 9 to 5. Eventually, the side gig starts feeling bigger than your actual job, and you wonder, could I really do this full time? It's the same story for creators, coaches, bakers, writers, anyone with a passion. But here's where most people get stuck. They don't realize that every stage, hobby, side hustle, business, requires a different mindset. They treat it like a hobby but expect side hustle income, or they treat it like a hustle but refuse to build systems like a real business. So today I'm going to break this down for you clearly, simply, so you know where you're at and how to move forward the right way. Let's start with the first stage, the hobby. This is where it all begins. You're doing something just because you love it, you enjoy the process, you don't care about being productive or making money. You just want to create, explore, or build something because it brings you joy. That's the beauty of a hobby. No pressure, no expectations, just pure passion. You do it when you have time, when you feel like it, when inspiration hits. And honestly, some of the best things are born in this space because you're not trying to impress anyone. You're not worried about deadlines, customer expectations, or competition. It's just you and the thing you love doing. But here's what usually happens next. You start sharing your hobby with others. Maybe you post your work online. Maybe you bake for friends. Maybe you help people out for free. And then one day, someone offers to pay you for it. And that is the turning point. The moment you accept money, it's no longer just a hobby. The dynamic changes. There's now expectation, a standard to meet. Someone's counting on you. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. They are passionate, they are talented, and they have got something valuable. But they keep telling themselves, it's just a hobby, because they're afraid to charge, afraid to own their worth. So they downplay their skills, treat it casually, and never move forward, even though deep down they want to earn from it. But the moment you say you want to make money, it feels like the magic might disappear. If you never make peace with monetizing your passion, you will always be stuck in hobby mode. You will want results that only come from a business, but you're still operating like it's just for fun. So if you're at this stage, just be honest with yourself. Are you okay with it just being a hobby forever? Or is there a part of you that knows it's time to level up? Now let's talk about the second stage, the side hustle. This is the phase where your passion gets serious. You're still part-time, but now money is involved, and that changes everything. You're no longer doing it just for fun. You're doing it for income. Maybe not a lot yet, but enough to make you think, this could actually grow. When money comes into play, so does responsibility. Even if it's just one client or project, it matters now because you're accountable and you've got to deliver. This stage is messy, but it's where you learn the most. You learn to manage time better. You've got a job, maybe a family, other commitments, and you've still got to find time for your hustle. That means saying no to distractions, learning to prioritize, staying up late or waking up early just to squeeze it in. But it's powerful because you're building real skills through experience. You're learning how to deal with clients, market yourself, handle feedback, and price your work. You're not just doing the thing you love anymore. You're wearing multiple hats. And here's what's beautiful about this stage. You get to test everything. You get to experiment. You get to fail safely. Best of all, you don't have to quit your job yet, and you don't need a business plan or investors or a huge following. You just need the willingness to keep showing up and learning as you go. And slowly, something shifts. So you start to see patterns. You realize what works, and you figure out what people are willing to pay for. And before you know it, this little thing on the side starts to feel like it could become something bigger. This stage is what I like to call the testing ground. And if you embrace it fully, it will teach you everything you need to know before stepping into the next level. And now the third stage, business. This is where your passion becomes your profession. You've gone beyond the weekend hustle. You're no longer just squeezing this in between other things. Now you're thinking about going full-time. You're looking at your numbers, your growth, your systems, and you have started to take it seriously, because this is no longer just a passion project. It's a real business now. And with that comes a whole new level of mindset. You see, in a side hustle, it's okay to be scrappy. It's okay to do everything yourself. But in a business, you need systems, not just apps and tools. I mean, real processes and repeatable actions. I'm talking about routines that help you grow without burning out. Maybe you start outsourcing. Maybe you bring on a virtual assistant or hire someone part-time. You begin to delegate, not because you're lazy, but because you're smart. You realize your time is limited and you want to focus on what actually grows the business. You also start thinking about brand, customer experience, and scalability. At this point, you stop doing everything off the cuff, because now things need structure. You have goals, you have projections that you want to meet. And here's the thing a lot of people don't talk about. This stage isn't always fun. In fact, sometimes it feels like it's sucking the joy out of your passion, because you're now dealing with taxes, invoices, team members, operations. It can feel overwhelming, but it's also deeply rewarding, because you're building something real, something that can support you, something that can grow beyond just you. That doesn't mean you have to scale into a huge corporation, not at all. A business can still be lean, simple, and values driven, but it does require a shift in how you think. You're not just doing what you love anymore. You're creating a system that allows you to do it sustainably and profitably. And this is where a lot of people either double down or tap out. Because when the work becomes hard and structured, it's easy to say, this isn't fun anymore. But if you push through, if you embrace the discomfort and learn how to run it like a business, this is where real freedom begins. If you're stuck trying to turn your side hustle into a business, I recommend reading The E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. This book changed everything for me. The core idea is that being good at something, be it baking, filming, designing, doesn't mean you know how to build a business around it. Without systems, you don't build freedom. You build a job that traps you. Gerber says most people work in the business, not on the business. And that mindset is what keeps us stuck. We're scared that structure and systems will ruin our passion, but the truth is they protect it. They give you your time back and they give you breathing room to create again. From my experience, 80% of the people I talk to are stuck at the hobby stage, but deep down, they're often curious about what they can potentially do to make money from it. If you're serious about turning this into something real, study how real businesses operate. Learn from more successful people in your field. Read the books, follow the builders, and learn to create systems that scale. You don't need to build big, you just need to build smart. That's how you stop chasing freedom and start creating it. The truth is, I've been hustling for many years, and I know how hard it can be to go from just a hobby to side hustle to business, with the toughest part being side hustle to business. If you would like to know more about what I learned from hustling for 10 years, be sure to check out this video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.